And then there is another one.
Hey, yo, yeah. What's going on? How you doing out there? Appreciate you for being here as always. If you enjoy the content over here, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the sub up button, drop a comment, all that good stuff. You know how it go. I am Wavy, by the way. All right, we got a story here. Is a story that if you know 1 + 1 = 2, you pretty much knew that this was gonna happen. We're in a time now where a lot of these trans people are allowed to play in the sport that is not their biological gender's sport, and it's put a lot of women in harm's way. Like we've seen, and we will get to. We've seen people like Fallon, the UFC fighter, was dominating, doing their thing. Leah Thomas dominating, doing his thing. Even here, this trans person was a 4-year varsity sports player for field hockey. All right, and this is the story we're going to get to along with others. Now, this particular story took place in Massachusetts. Go figure. Understanding that state and the way they vote. And I have their faces blurred out because this is a high school and their children. Now, this person being held by 5 female, biologically female players is a trans player. And look at how big this guy is. 5 women is taken, or 5 girls is taken to hold him. All right. This guy, look at the shoulder to the wrist. How long that is. This is a damn fucking gargantuan type motherfucker. Look at her arms, and she's straining. That's a full muscle. And look at his arms. About the same size, and his arms are laid out. Look at the legs from the hip to the ankle. Look how long. Like, this mother is a tall dude, yo.
What the dog doing?
Anyway, and this is brings up a great point. Women need to stop bringing this shit on themselves, because the only people that are getting hurt are women. They're losing scholarships. They're losing Olympic a chance to go to the Olympics. They're losing out on many things, and men are coming into the area and dominating. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it: men are physically stronger than women on average, or mainly, or in most cases. I'm not saying some women are not stronger than some men. I'm saying on average, among regular people, okay, men are stronger physically than women. I dare a transgender man, right? I'm so confused with all this trans. As a biological woman that wants to be a man, I dare one of them to go lace up on Sunday. I dare one of them. The WNBA recently had a challenge put out, $1 million a dude put up for them to play the champion aces. I believe, yeah, the champion aces to play the varsity high school basketball team. Now, I'm not sure if they have to have won a championship and stuff, but a varsity top-notch varsity basketball program could take on the WNBA for $1 million. It's out there. Like, and I fully believe that them boys will take them, because I seen the soccer. There's footage out there of the soccer of a high school soccer team taking on the women's, I believe it was the national team. All right, men are just naturally superior through time of, from Adam and Eve, through evolution and shit like that. That's just what men have been forced to do. And women have not had to do it, and therefore they're not there. And that's fine. Women excel at other places, and we thank women for that. And this is what I worry about. I don't want women being replaced by dudes like this. All right, let's continue. So, injury in Massachusetts field hockey game renews debate about co-ed sports. All right, and I don't know much about field hockey. I know about air hockey. I don't know much about field hockey, but yeah, let's get into the clip.
We just spoke with the superintendent of Dighton-Rehoboth Regional School District, and he says that student, she had 2 of her teeth knocked out in addition to other facial injuries. Now, it happened during a playoff game in Swampscott last night. You can see a player in white wind up to take a shot.
So this right here is the trans person. And just look at the stature out here next to biological girls. Look at the stature. Look at the stature. And yes, he is closer, but come on, put it in perspective. Look at the stature. He looks more like the damn ref back here in the green.
And the ball rockets and hits one of those girls in the face, causing severe injuries, and for play to be stopped for about 15 minutes. The person who took...
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, as a parent, if I had, when I have daughters like of that age, yo, first of all, if I'm at the game, I'm pulling them off the field. Because there's no reason that a female is up against a male. Like, no reason. Especially when it comes to some of these sports. Like, if it's like you want to do dance or some shit that's non-contact, that's one thing. But in a contact or even a sport that could potentially be contact, no. And if I find out that they were, or if I find out that like she was put into that, yo, it's me and the athletic director. I'm in that office with the door locked, bruh. And you know, these girls are all getting cheated. Let's get back to the story.
That shot is a boy playing on the girls' field hockey team in Swampscott. The MIAA...
I'm glad the reporter called him a boy, yo. You heard that? Hold on, let's go back.
Hockey team in Swampscott. The MIAA says students of both genders can participate on teams which that sport... severe injuries and for play to be stopped for about 15 minutes. The person who took that shot is a boy playing on the girls' field hockey team in Swampscott. The MIAA says students of both genders can participate on teams which that sport isn't offered for their respective gender. Dighton superintendent understands this law but says more consideration should be given for player safety if boys and girls are competing against each other.
Boys and girls should not be competing against each other. There's a reason why the NBA and the WNBA, okay? And along the same things, like I said, we're seeing trans people come into the women's space and dominate, okay? We've seen weightlifters. I believe that this was in the Olympics. This person was able to go and replace a woman that could have been there, okay? We see people sprinting up here in the top right. Yeah. Two biological males were able to place high in the state, and they took scholarships, scouts, all of that, offers away from 2 biological females that would have taken those spaces. You know, and I believe that that's going through the court process right now, so I don't want to misquote anything. So this is a biological female in her sport that we'll see what she has to say.
Why do I have to compete against a male body?
Leah Schneeberger is a mountain bike racer. She won this race 3 years in a row. But then a former men's cyclist transitioned and competed as a woman. Now that person wins.
How did this happen? I just want to be able to compete on a fair playing field.
Bearden is a road racer.
I feel you, and it's not fair. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? You got stuff like this taking place, you know, and this is going to be this is a trans, right here is a trans, oh man, I'm so good. Trans woman in the octagon with other women and taking their head off. Literally. Look. Why is this person allowed? Why are these people allowed? Look. Why are these people allowed? Well, I guess that was her injury. I don't know. But why are these people allowed to fight in women's spaces if they're not, like, naturally they're going to be stronger and we're seeing them dominate in these spaces, you know? And before anyone want to say anything about transphobia or anything like that, let me play this part because I'm not transphobic. I'm not any phobic. everyone, as long as you're of age and a consenting adult, you can live however you want to live, as long as you're not hurting anyone. Okay? I don't care. It's when children get involved, and it's when women are being beat the shit out of. You know what I'm saying? Soccer at a young age, you can have boys and girls. There's a reason why they go their separate ways as they get older. And it's because guy's going to play a little bit rougher and the girl, you know what I mean? It's to keep the women safe or the girls safe. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I have no problem with people who transition to the gender they identify with.
I'm all for saying we welcome you in the world who want to transition, and you should be afforded every right that I have.
Yep, you should be. As long as all those things, you know what I'm saying? But they are taking advantage of these spaces, you know, and, you know, we're seeing domination. This is another one where what's his name? William Thomas transitioned to become Leah Thomas. She's an idiot. Transitioned to become Leah Thomas. All right. And let's check it out. So Leah Thomas is ranked 36 among female college swimmers in the U.S. In 21 to 22, and 46 among women swimmers nationally, right? That's Leah Thomas's numbers. Let's check out same person, but it's Will Thomas. Okay, let's check out Will Thomas. Okay, this is the same person. Okay, different name. I know it's crazy. Ranked 462 in the world as a male swimmer. Okay, which is still pretty good. If you're that high in the world, that's still pretty good numbers, but not compared to 46. Okay, it's not fair what these women are having to go through. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm sorry that this young lady, and I'm sorry I didn't say it earlier, but I'm sorry that this young lady had to have 2 of her teeth you know, removed from her face and other facial injuries. I hope she is able to recover and able to live, you know, a healthy life. This is not fair what's going on in women's sports and girls' sports for females, you know, and who needs to wake up to me the most is the females, because they are allowing it and championing it the most. You know what I'm saying? Set out a season if that's what it takes for your school to learn that y'all are not going to do this. You know what I'm saying? If you have to do your little training videos, post it on the gram, post it on Twitter, post it on Facebook, post it on YouTube. Get your footage out there. You do not need to necessarily put yourself at risk for this. Please, you know what I'm saying? And to the parents, please think twice if you have your daughters playing in these leagues where trans are allowed. And I'm not bringing on no transphobia again. I just want everyone to be safe. And if you stuck around this long in the video, as always, I would appreciate very much if you go ahead, hit the like, drop a comment, join the conversation, and go ahead and hit that sub up button because it's free. Why not? And I really don't have too much more to say. Like, this shit is all just disgusting. Yo, y'all stay wavy.